And I'm excited. We normally have the chief of police in here, but we've got some other people in here today, and we're going to talk about our lovely community that I love so much. Can you introduce yourselves, please?
Sergeant Mike Rosabella.
Lieutenant Andrew Barrett.
And tell us about who you are in our city, because, I mean, I know who you are, but everybody else would like to know.
I'm a patrol sergeant. I run the Bravo shift, day shift, and we are currently working today.
So you're here working with me right now.
Yep.
On the clock.
And who are you, and what do you do in the city?
I'm one of the lieutenants, part of the command staff here in the city. My division is the Administrative Services Division, comprising of the Records Department, the Criminal Investigations Division, the Training Division, and that's
You've got
pretty
a lot
much
of
it.
stuff you gotta do.
Yeah, we also have the Victims Advocates Office under our division as well. So
I really love that they do all that now, especially with the monthly meetings when they're having the different speakers and all. That's
Yes.
wonderful. The city does that. I mean, that's a big step up from what we used to do, I feel like.
yeah, the Neighborhood Watch it's a good opportunity for us to not only engage with the members of the community and hear their concerns, but it's good for advertising. It's networking, and for all the programs and things we have coming up, events we have coming up, it's just another way to market.
And I think it's also great for the individuals in our community that maybe don't know about the different things that we have available, or maybe they're intimidated by what is happening and they don't know how to call out to somebody, because
Sure.
as a listener person in the community, sometimes something's going on in your life and you either are embarrassed or too prideful or you don't know who to call.
Yeah.
And so I love that you're, putting out front and letting people be part and engage in it.
Yeah, it's great. Not everybody, it can be intimidating to walk into a police department, for sure. If you're not familiar with the police or how the police operate, yeah, it could be a little intimidating. So it's not. Just fair warning, it's not.
It's totally not. It is totally not.
These neighborhood
But
watch
just make
meetings.
sure you have your ID.
Neighborhood watch meetings and other programs like that are good, or a good way to network and reach out for people to have questions, concerns, or just anything. Anything if they just want to learn more about the police department, they're always welcome to come in and ask questions. We encourage it. But yeah, those nights and different programs like Neighborhood Watch, Sadie, our civilians firearms class that we have.
I know, I'm
once a
excited
month.
about that. I want to get to that. I have done your the Sadie program. I've done that, and it was so intimidating for about 2 minutes. And then it was so much fun.
Then it gets
you know
fun,
what I'm saying? Because you walk in, and I had this really, really big guy there, and I'm thinking, what do they think we're going to do? He's like a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? But it was really interesting. A couple tips made such a huge difference. I have literally felt better since I went, because I feel like I could take down that person. I better be able to run really quick. But you know what I'm saying? When I first walked in, I thought, I don't even know why I'm here. This is like crazy. But then by the time I left, it was really great.
And that's the primary goal, is just to boost confidence more than anything. Situational awareness and certain techniques for self-defense are important, but just to boost someone's confidence to the point where they know that if they were ever tested or needed to overcome a situation like that they'd have the ability to do so, and at least to fight back and not freeze and lay down to become a victim. They can choose.
I love that. And also, I like that you said about situational. I watched a video the other day, and when I get in my car, because I'm short, I hold on to my Come to Jesus Moment bar. And then I get in, but it said as soon as a woman gets in, she needs to really lock her door, because we don't always start our car as soon as we get in. We're looking at that cute shirt we bought, or maybe checking our text or whatever, and we're just sitting there. So lock, because it doesn't lock until you start it and put it in gear. So you need to go ahead and hit lock. And it's funny, just watching that video for 20 seconds changed my life. Literally, I have been doing that now every single time, just going from one thing to the next to be safe.
Yeah, that's great. Small little nuances and changes in your lifestyle can make a huge difference.
Now when's our next gun safety class? Because I didn't see a date on there.
August 22nd right now is tentative. We're kind of seeing how the heat of the summer is affecting most. Right now, we're still planning to have it as of August 22nd, and still continue it monthly from there. If it does, we're probably just going to go ahead and do it. If it becomes too hot, we'll reschedule and everybody can go home and cool off.
Well, we are Florida people. It goes either way for us, doesn't it?
We should be used to it by now.
And it could rain, so it could cool us off.
That's right. That's
I
right.
want to take that so bad, but my schedule has not worked out. I'm actually out of town that weekend, but I can't wait to take that. I think that's a wonderful opportunity for the citizens. And how do we join that? How do we become part of that? What is it?
Yeah, it's become real popular. It's real easy. Daisy, our victims advocate, does a lot of our advertising and everything and marketing for our programs like that. My email should be listed on the flyer.
I think it was.
And so, yeah, she was at one point the point of contact for everyone signing up. It's going to be shifted directly to my office. So just shoot me an email, and every month it should be advertised through our website. And
I share it also, yep.
And our Facebook and everything. So Daisy's still going to do that, but then every time it's advertised, you just shoot me the email.
What are we going to do if we come to this? What are we learning? Are we learning just to carry a gun? Are we learning how to shoot it? What are we learning?
Yeah, it's a little more encompassing than just going out and poking holes in paper. It's a lot of classroom-oriented and discussion-oriented work before we actually go out to the range. So there's a good hour and a half to 2 hour discussion where we talk about certain statutes. We talk about use of force statutes. We talk about what forcible felonies are. And we talk about what would dictate the difference between a lethal force situation or just a force situation. We speak about the stand your ground laws in Florida and how most people don't know in self-defense situations like this where it is a lethal force situation or even not, the state actually gives you that benefit of the doubt first. Okay. We don't automatically assume here in Florida that you're guilty of murder or any other crime. We have to prove otherwise that you weren't in a self-defense situation.
Okay.
Not find that you were in a self-defense situation. So we automatically assume, okay, was this a self-defense situation? And we work the case from there. So that's a little difference, people
Very
don't think
interesting.
about, here in Florida. And the classroom portion is actually one of my favorite parts. Of course, we all
I was
love
going to say, now I'm thinking I would like the classroom better than the other part.
It's, the open discussion and just talking about certain, scenario-based questions, scenarios that pop into people's head. You never know what you're going to get each class. Something might pop into somebody's head and go, oh, you know what, let's take 10 minutes to discuss that, or a what-if situation regarding this. So it's a lot. That's my most favorite part. I love the shoot, don't get me wrong. But, just the discussion about it. And
I think the discussion is very important because you're already in a stressful moment, or if you do carry and you don't use it all the time, that is my problem. Mm-hmm. I don't go to the gun range enough. And so I need to do that more, but I also need to know scenarios more.
Yes.
Because I think that those are just as important as learning how to handle it is hearing different scenarios so you don't overthink it or underthink it.
Correct. Actually, I think that's more important than the actual physical part of handling the firearm, being able to use it, because you have to think just like the police officer, every civilian that's involved in something like that, they're also accountable for every round that comes out of that firearm. So it's
both
something
of
to
you
think
are.
about. Yeah. Yep. So just like how every bullet we fire, we're accountable for. It's the same in the civilian populace. Every round that you fire out of a weapon you're accountable for. So there's other things to think about.
No,
It's
I
a
love
lot
that.
to discuss. So
I love that.
It's not just going out and this is a gun, this is how it works, go boom.
And don't we all think that that's how it is? No,
Yeah.
no, really, as a person,
Yep.
that's exactly how we think about it. And I always think to myself, could I do it if I was in a stressful situation? And I think that has a lot to do with education. I think
Yes,
that the
it's
more
a lot of
you
second guessing.
yes, so
It's
the
what
more
scares
you're
kids.
educated and the more you're comfortable, I think that makes a huge
Yeah,
difference.
it translates exactly even to police training. It's the same thing. A more confident officer who's trained and has more repetition in certain aspects are going to be more confident. They're going to have that knowledge. They're going to understand when it's time to do this and when it's not.
Not that we want you shooting up everybody, just so you know.
No, I'm just speaking
No, I
in
know what you
general.
meant,
But
yes.
it's a lot. There's a lot to know.
But a lot to learn.
A lot to learn.
And the city of Holly Hill's educating.
Yes.
And
yes,
so
that's
those
the
are
main
all
part.
wonderful things. I love it that the city's doing that.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a
a
really
great
neat
program. It's really taken off. It's become real popular, so we're hoping to keep it around for a long time.
Very cool. So you're an actual police officer that's on the roads doing stuff, taking care of us.
Yep.
So how long have you been doing this in the city of Holly Hill?
I have been here for just under 5 years, and then I previously served at the South Daytona Police Department for 3 years.
Okay, and why did you move to Holly Hill Police Department?
I was actually recruited by our patrol lieutenant, Jason Weiss, and he told me about a lot of stuff going going on here, and it sounded like a great place to work, and I've been here ever since.
I love our little city. I've been
Yeah.
here a long time, and we're in between two kind of big cities, but we're sandwiched in the middle, so you got to go through us to get to wherever you're going.
Yep.
And so I love it here. I've been here over 40 years, and it's a very special place. So what's a normal day for you in the city of Holly Hill?
So I'm on day shift, so we do our shift change around 5:45, and then we take over the patrol at 6 a.m. We will start our shift with briefing, talking about any type of crime stats that are currently trending, any type of arrest reports we've previously done, or anything type of suspects we may be looking for in the city. And then we'll go out and we start the day with our what we call directed patrol requests, which are certain areas that need a little extra love, we'll call it. And we'll send our guys through the parks. That's a big thing. We make sure the parks are safe in the morning for all our walkers, joggers, people who just want to enjoy the scenic views on the river.
No, totally.
Sunrise North, Sunrise South, Riverside Park. We start with that. Then we work more inland. We get our guys going to Centennial Park, so if anybody wants to go fish with a license. And then
I love that.
Through that caveat.
I did love that.
Yeah. And then the North End officer will go check the dog park, make sure everybody is cleared out for there and it's safe for people to bring their dogs into the dog-friendly park there. And then we start our day. Sometimes it's, it leads into traffic. Today, school zone, first day of school for everybody.
Yeah.
Very exciting. So we had a very heavy presence in the school to make sure everybody is operating and managing these school signs. 7:15, it starts the opening for the gate, and we make sure that everybody's following the speed limit, which goes from 25 to 15 miles per hour. So, guys.
And it's hard to know, where does it actually start? Does that make sense to you? Because I feel like people wait too long to go down to 15.
It's good. It's possible. As soon as you cross there, you'll see those flashing yellow signs, and they say direct you to lower the speed limit to 15. As soon as you make it to that sign, basically, is when that is.
Okay, I see. I always thought it was before.
It would behoove you
a
to
line before or something. So I always go way before. I'm probably the person everybody's yelling at, but I'd rather be safe than sorry on that one.
It would behoove you to go ahead and start slowing down before you get to the sign. That way, you're not just as soon as you get that sign now, slamming the brakes or having to just coast into it. You want to be 15 by the time you get there, but that's technically when that speed limit
and everybody
begins.
needs to be leaving to work or wherever you got to go earlier. I mean, leave 10, 15 minutes earlier, because all those little people are on the roads, and we don't need to be, they are not looking. Let's get real.
Yeah.
They're just darting, and we need to be their eyes. I know this morning, even when I was coming to work, I turned a corner, and all of a sudden there was a man pushing something across the road, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I could not see him at all. And all as that did was remind me, that's the whole day today and the next how many months. We got people just got to pay attention.
Yeah.
And so what do you think is the hardest part about people in school starting? Do you think it's just slowing down, or do you think it's not paying attention? Do you think they are on their phones? What do we got going on?
I think it's definitely speed. Speed's our main factor in the city of Holly Hill. Our main traffic or proactive complaint is speeding. So the biggest thing in the school zone, we have a box there, Center, Walker, 15th, all the way to Flomish. It's a tight area, so just allow your time if you live in those areas, because it's going to take a little longer to get through. Plus, everybody's still learning right now. It's the first week, new setup, new school there. We have Riverview also there, so it's going to be a little time for everybody to get used to the new routes and everything.
What do you mean we have Riverview there also? We have two schools now in one?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
So
we
it's
have
a lot of extra kids.
The main elementary school and the old middle school building they use for the Riverview School.
Okay.
Which is,
I
I
wasn't sure
believe,
that
is
happened.
middle age or middle school age children. So.
And so is that two different start times then too?
I believe Riverview goes a little earlier because they are a little older. So,
Okay.
yeah, I believe they're getting bussed in, and they will be the first bus, and then comes the Holly Hill Elementary kids right after.
And what does everybody do wrong about the school buses?
Usually don't stop for them for most part, they go around them. So we got to make sure when those signs are out flashing and kids are coming and going, we stop for them and give enough space.
Both directions.
Yep.
Because I think that's a problem. I think that, and how does that work? Like if we have a median, is there a difference?
It's a good question. I was going to bring that up. There's a divided median barrier on a roadway. So it's typically a 4-lane roadways. You have a positive or concrete or grass median divider. You do not have to stop for the school bus on the other side. However, if you're behind that school bus, you definitely need to stop. There's no going around it into the inside lane or anything like that. But yes, that's a good question, because as long as there's a positive and erected barrier, median barrier, you can.
Because I think that's a little confusing for people, because I think of the VOTRAN buses. I know that seems weird that I would say that, but VOTRAN, when they're pulling over getting somebody, you can still go by.
Yes.
And so it's confusing when school starts that even though it says stop, I know there's a little thing. We don't sometimes see that.
Those octagonal red things with STOP.
With the big line. But we don't sometimes see that. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
And I think that we need to know that it's better to stop. It just is,
Yes.
and just
Yeah.
wait, because those kids dart.
Oh yeah, they'll come across
Yeah.
an intersection or even an uncrosswalked intersection or part of the roadway that's not even an intersection. They'll come across.
Yeah. So stop and pay attention.
Yeah, and it's not just children. I mean, anyone. A
Yes,
lot
I
of
know
people
that,
do. It's
but
very,
yes.
very common, but
I do feel like during the school time, though, when that bus is stopped, I do feel like more kids go across the front, and you
Yes.
just don't,
Yeah.
you know, and they're little, so all of a sudden they're there, and
Yeah,
you're like, oh my
yeah.
goodness. So what else is going on in our city?
After that, we kind of go into our day. Usually in the morning till about 11:30, 12 is kind of our slower time. So we try to get out there, make sure we have a big presence in traffic complaints. So that's our next step for the officers. If they don't have calls for service, they are each assigned a zone. We have 2 zones in the city of Holly Hill. We have 11 and 21, so they're divided by LPGA.
Okay.
Yeah. And then each officer will kind of work their area. You know, if one gets complaint on the river, if one gets complaint, say, on Alabama Avenue, they'll start working those traffic complaints and try to slow everybody down and keep everybody safe.
How busy is Holly Hill? Because, I mean, we're growing.
for 4 square miles, this is a busy city.
Yeah, we're
Is it only 4 square?
These officers are run ragged.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie.
we're very
They
busy.
are busy.
Well, I pray for you all the time. I see you guys out everywhere. You know, I do, because y'all are 24/7. People don't realize how much you're out there. Do y'all have to switch shifts? Like I know the sheriff department, they're 3 months on day, 3 months on, evening.
We used to do that.
I think it's hard on your body.
It is. It's very unhealthy. Right now, we have it yearly, I believe, on patrol.
Yeah, our new chief, he's awesome. That is one thing he implemented. We are permanent shifts. So
That's wonderful,
yeah.
because I know my grandson, it's very hard that, anything in life, trying to schedule vacations, life, anything, it's weird. So I know that's a hard thing.
Actually, I think shift bid's coming up soon.
Yes.
This time of year,
Yeah.
the officers will bid for a shift, and they'll stay on that shift for the year, and that way they try to maintain some standard of health, because it's really hard on the body to go back and forth like that from
I agree.
days to nights. It's
I've
tough.
worked third shift.
Yeah,
It's
especially
hard.
12-hour shifts. It's rough.
Yes, it is. Your body doesn't know when to sleep or not.
No.
So what is your favorite part about being a police officer here in Holly Hill?
I would say the difference you can make, because we're a little bit of a smaller city. You learn the people, you learn the area. I really enjoy seeing a lot of the same people. You go through, say, Charleston House, you wave to the same people, or a lot of the guys know you. They know you by name or your nickname, and you know them. So it's cool to see a lot of the same people that either help you or support you on a daily basis.
That's one of my favorite things about the city too. It's like when you walk into a business and the same people I feel safer when you know the people in your community
Yep.
too. So
Yeah.
that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And what's the hardest thing about being a police officer in Holly Hill?
Just the numbers. It's just we're very busy, and we have to work a lot more strategic or a lot more concise, and work on your time management because of the limited amount of officers we have and the sometimes high call volume we could have.
So do we have stats on this? Usually the chief
Oh, yeah.
brings
I
in
do.
stats.
I do.
Yeah, Sergeant
Okay, let me.
Roosevelt's got all our stats.
We are ready, buddy.
I do, yeah. So this month we did have a decrease in violent crime as well. We had an uptick in proactive traffic stats. So this month we were a big part of what was called Operation Southern Slowdown.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. We did 3 days of proactive traffic operations consisting of patrol officers, our CRA officers, and some of the lieutenants came out with us when we were doing traffic, and we really worked the US 1 area really well and tried to slow people down and educate them on speed.
Well, it's weird because there's different, just like on the river, there's different,
different
speed
speed.
limits,
Yep.
and sometimes you're just not paying attention.
Particularly, from one city to the next.
Yep,
It
it's
could
a
vary.
huge difference.
Yeah.
I mean, 10 miles is a lot.
Yeah, we get all the time. Everybody says, I thought it was 45. There are no 45s in the city of Holly Hill and US 1. We're 35 and then 40 in Walker going north. So, yeah.
From about the 1400, 1500 block northbound on Ridgewood.
It's very confusing sometimes. I
40
feel like there's
miles
not
an hour.
enough signs, or maybe it's just because where you come out of, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I know you can't put a sign in every street, but it's just that is a little bit hard on you, you know? So.
Yeah.
The highest mile per hour zone we have in the city is on Nova Road at 45. There's nothing else that's any higher than that.
Right. So, but you just got to know that in your mind and know that you got to be slower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so that was a great success doing that.
Yes. Yeah. So we had, we issued 240 tickets and 220 warnings this month with that. So,
Wow.
Yeah. We were out there.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
You were busy.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
And how much is over as far as miles? Like, what is the normal
So each
problem you
officer
found?
usually has their own discretion of what they stop for. In an operation like this, we set a plan of we would not stop for anything 10 or less.
Okay.
Because we were looking for specific, speed.
Totally.
Yeah. We're going to give you the benefit of the doubt to that point, and then we were working on that. Our highest speed of the day was 68 in a 35 on
my
US 1 in the
gosh.
800 block in front of the old Gina's building. So
Are you serious? I'm there every day, that area.
yeah,
68, that seems like crazy.
yeah,
That seems like you're out of the
Double the
racetrack.
speed limit.
yeah. That is
Wow.
not safe, definitely.
That's not safe
Man,
anywhere.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, and I was thinking, on that road, definitely not. Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, is that a jail offense when you're that many miles over or not?
30 miles per hour over is, I believe it's just a mandatory court appearance. And actually, when I was a trooper, it was a criminal offense, and they changed it to just a mandatory court appearance and a finable offense. But now with the new super speeder laws,
Right. That's why I was
yeah,
wondering.
50 over, you're off to the pokey for sure.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I've seen some people, like I watch all that stuff, and I see some people, I'm thinking, did you not get that memo? Because you got that nice car anyways, and then
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
flying by them. Did you
Yeah.
not get that memo?
I
It's
think
crazy.
the state's done pretty well advertising the
No,
super
so do
speeder
I.
law.
Yeah.
So it's been all over social media and TV and everything. So
Yeah.
Okay, so what else is on there? Your little stats?
Let me see what else. We had an uptick in calls for service this summer. We're usually pretty busy, so we went from the previous month we were at 2,600 calls for service to this month was 2,700. So
Okay, that's not that bad.
yeah,
it's within 1 month. That's a lot
Yeah.
for 4
Oh, is
square
it?
miles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I didn't think it was that bad.
Comparably, you know,
Yeah.
to the other smaller
Is
municipalities
that
in the
meaning
area.
you have to come every time the call? Okay, that's actual going to
Yeah.
the house or the business.
yeah. So that was 2,700 in 1 month, and you got to figure we only got 25 officers sworn total.
I
So-
guess that is a lot. Okay, I take
Well,
back.
26 with the chief.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I
Yeah.
take back my one-liner.
And then you have to count out of those 26, you have the chief, the 2 lieutenants, CID commander or CID sergeant, and then 3 or 4 detectives.
I guess
And the
that is
rest are
true, yeah.
patrol, but
Yeah.
so it's less than 26.
It's like 14 guys doing all that
Yeah.
for
That is a lot.
2,700 calls. Yeah.
Okay, you guys
Keep busy.
deserve another
4
Gatorade.
shifts of 3 or 4 shifts, hopefully of 4 soon, but that's what you get.
Yeah.
That is a lot. Then I can see why you go home
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah.
Okay, what else we got over there?
Let's see. I think for the most part that was it. We were down on a lot of violent crime this month. We made a lot of good arrests, and we were really busy with traffic. That was the big thing. Like I said, making sure everybody was safe and slowing down in these summer months. We get a lot of travelers, obviously, on US 1 Riverside. Everybody wants to see our parks and see different parts of Holly Hill, which is a great
just
thing.
driving down Riverside is gorgeous. You know,
yeah.
the beautiful mornings with that sunrise and stuff. It's breathtaking.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we live where people vacation, so we're very blessed.
Oh, for sure.
And so, what else is going on as far as safety in our city? I know right now the e-bike thing is such a big thing in all the cities. Are we having a problem with that here in Holly Hill?
Not so much. We try to educate on. That's the biggest thing. We're, we call it the small city with a heart. We try to really treat everybody how we want to be treated. We will educate a lot with that. If they're not wearing, their proper safety gear, not following by the right laws and going on the sidewalks, we try to educate them. Hey, it's gotta
I'm
go-
an e-bike rider, so I appreciate you guys are educating because our city is little and Beach Road is very thin.
There's a city ordinance now that was been created. I'm not entirely sure if it's in full effect just yet, but I know it's been approved, and I think all the details have been ironed out. So we'll start having some formal educative material for that, I'm sure, here very, very soon. So
Now, how do our parks work? I'm confused. Are they open 24/7 or they're not?
No.
Okay.
No.
How does that work?
So it's 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Oh, till 10. Okay.
open at 6, close at 10.
See, I'm snoring by 10. So that's why I didn't know. So nobody's allowed in the parks at that time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nope.
we find a little riffraff after there, so we like to keep it safe for everybody and
I
clean
appreciate
as well.
that.
Yeah.
Yes, I appreciate that. And what do we have coming up with the flyer there? I see what's going.
Or National Night Out.
Yep.
And what is National Night Out? I know what it is, but tell our listeners.
Yeah, it's going to be on Tuesday, October 6th, but National Night Out it's kind of a big block party right in front of City Hall that the police department and the other city officials put on for, it's kind of, I don't want to say early in the school year, but, school just started August, so it's fairly early in the school year, but it's a chance for everybody once they're acclimated with school and get their friends to come and hang out with us, other city officials, the fire department, and we have raffles, we have dancing, food,
And we
all
get
kinds
to
of other
meet everybody
vendors.
and get to put, our
Yeah.
faces with each other. So
Exactly. You get to meet us, and we have a lot of different activities. We'll probably bring out our new VR headset again. this year like we did last year. As a training tool that we use, it was pretty popular. It's a lot of fun. It's like being inside the video game.
Really?
It's real
I've
cool.
never done that. I don't know if I could because I get migraines. I don't know if that would be just too much on me.
I get vestibular migraines and I can get through it. So,
Really?
Yeah,
You have to come
yeah,
try
it's
it.
fun.
Okay, so that sounds fun. And I do love that you are able to meet police officers. I just think that's
Yes.
so important. I think that you guys get a bad rap, and that's mostly because of parents and grandparents. I'm not going to lie. Well, if we've had a bad, and just like I tell everybody, if you've had a bad situation at school or at a store or whatever, we'll make a one-liner, and those little ears are listening,
learn.
and they're listening to what you're
Yeah.
saying. And I always say to my grandkids, what was the best part of today? Not how was your day, but what was the best part? I rather thrive on the best part.
Yeah.
And I think it's very important that we get to meet the police officers on a non-stressful moment.
Yes.
So that's a great event to come to and participate in. Do we have anything else going on in the city that you'd like to talk about?
Well, just to jump back on that real quick with National Night, we actually have a lot of cool events you're doing. So we'll have all our specialty units out. So he oversees the drone unit. You'll be able to see the drone fly.
Yeah.
We'll have the Canine Atlas will be there.
See, I love a canine.
And then our mobile command center, which we use for the hostage negotiation unit and for the drone training, will be there, which has been redone. So that'll be something cool to see.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sergeant Rosabella is one of our OG hostage negotiator team members. So
Yeah, so that's a really cool thing.
Do we ever have hostages in Holly Hill?
We have. We actually had a barricaded person recently last week related to a backhoe that was stolen. So it happens.
Really?
Yeah.
No, see, I didn't know that actually
Yeah.
happened in Holly Hill. I know that was pretty naive, but wow.
it's happened. Yeah, nothing
Yeah.
too extraordinary. Nothing movie quality esque, you could say, but yeah, it happens.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess I never thought of it. In
Not so much hostages, but people do barricade.
Right,
for
and
sure.
that is a hostage though, because you
Yeah.
don't know why they're doing that, and you don't know what's going
Yeah,
on.
we're just trying to get them out to help them the best we can, and sometimes they take a little extra encouragement. So
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have a canine now, or have we
Yes.
always?
Yep.
Yes,
Okay.
he's been with us since, I believe, September of 24. He's going on 3 years old, Canine Atlas.
And that's a really neat thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you get to be with the canine, or you don't do that part?
I oversee some of the administrative tasks with that unit. So,
So it's assigned to one person, right?
Yep.
And then
Canine
they
handler
take.
Nick Stacy. Yep. He takes Atlas home, and he's in charge of feeding him, making sure he's well groomed, kept, and
It's part of his family.
Yeah, he rides with him every day in the car.
Yeah, people
they-
don't realize that it actually becomes part of their family.
Oh yeah,
It's really
lives
neat.
with them. Everything. It's very important to their relationship that they're
Very
around each other
neat.
all the time. Yeah.
Trust, yeah.
Very neat. Anything else we need to talk about today, guys?
We have Movies with a Cop coming up in
Oh,
September.
we do? When is that?
yes, it is September 18th, and
Because I have not seen that. I don't know why.
and
I've
it's
not
going to
seen
be played Lilo and Stitch 2.
That. Oh.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, so come have the kids come out. We'll have popcorn and snacks and stuff. Bring your blanket or your chair, whatever you want. We're going to have it set up right in front of City Hall.
I love it that we do all these fun things in our city. I mean, it's just neat to see a city continuing to reach out to the public.
Yep.
Yeah,
I appreciate you guys so much.
Absolutely. We appreciate it.
Is there anything else we need?
I think that's it. Like I said, we have our monthly neighborhood watch, like we were just talking about. That's usually the first Thursday of every month. This last month we had a FWC there, the Florida Wildlife Commission. They were talking about animal safety and all types of rules and regulations. So we always have a different guest speaker every month, so it's something cool to check out.
I always want to remind everybody about Sadie. For some reason, it's fallen to the wayside a little bit. It's not as popular as I think it's because the firearms class is kind of.
I do too.
It's
Well,
really
I think
kind of
that
outshone, but
a lot of us have taken the class, okay? But you know what I think is important? I think you could take it once a year. I don't know if you're allowed to,
we're
but
kinda
I think is you know
revamping the program so it's not stagnant in the same thing over and over and over.
Right.
So Officer Reed's one of our primary instructors, and he's coming up with all kinds of different curriculum. So
as for me, I would like to take it once a
Yeah.
year
Yeah.
because I think it's a good refresher, you know, and that little hint that you might get.
but if you come once a month, you might learn something completely new.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that it's also important for I was with Junior League, and Junior League came one night, and the
Yeah.
whole Junior League women,
Yep.
and I think you could just get your girlfriends together, or guys can go, but girlfriends together, and make it a night of you're just empowering each other. I thought about
For
me
sure,
and my
yeah.
daughters doing it together. I know that my one granddaughter is going to be 16, and I was going to find out if she could come because she'll be driving in a
Yeah.
couple months, and I think it's so important. She could be getting gas or something, and something weird could happen, and I think
Absolutely.
that's something that she would need to learn.
So we want to keep it kind of flowing too month by month. We don't want it to be the same thing over and over
Right,
anymore.
totally.
So it's going to be, if you come this month, you'll learn this. If you come next month, you'll learn something
Oh,
different.
so we could be a stalker and come every month?
Yeah, absolutely. We encourage the stalking, for sure.
Well, because you feel like, oh, I've been. Are they going to look at me?
Yeah,
and go,
we don't
oh,
want that to keep
person,
happening.
Yeah,
because then even with the firearm class, of course, once it starts, people have gone through it and gone through. We'll change that around too. We want to keep everything evolving.
I love
We
that
don't want
the
anything to sit
city's doing
stagnant.
that kind of stuff. I
Yeah.
just really love that the city is educating people. Education is so important. So I really appreciate
Sadie, first Wednesday of every month.
that. Okay, so that's already passed. So
Yes, yeah.
this month is kind
Nobody
of a
signed
blur.
up this month.
Nobody?
No.
Yeah, see, I would have went. Oh, what, it was last Wednesday?
Yeah.
We were a little crazy in here. But, I didn't know I could go again, so I will,
Oh, yeah, you
I'll
can
have
come
to
as-
sign up. And I'm
Yeah.
going to...
Over and over and
So
over.
do you know if my granddaughter, who's almost 16, can come, or is there an age limit?
Typically, it was 18, but as long as they're with, one of their guardians or an adult from their family, as long as their waiver's signed and they're with that guardian, parent, or family member, they're fine.
Well, y'all need to go, because that is, like I said, I've taken it and I learned something that I did not think I was going to learn. And when I left there, I was a lot more confident.
And
So
it's
I
going to
appreciate
keep
that.
evolving. So it's not going to be the same stuff over and over and over again.
Well, you guys have been awesome. Don't tell Chief Williams I said that. No, I love him. And it's always nice to have you guys in here, and we appreciate you so much. And
That's our
we're
pleasure.
praying for you
Yes,
guys.
definitely.
And my little thing is, if you're a business here in Holly Hill, bring the guys some cold drinks and some snacks. I think it's important to, support the police department just instead of praying for you guys, which is important, and seeing you guys. I think it's important to participate also. So
We greatly appreciate